Welcome to America Talks Live. We're back after a number of Fridays off, first for Christmas and then for New Year's. 3 weeks later, here we are, and I hope you're there as well. And this is the show where, of course, you are the main participant. I'm just here to field your calls and respond to what you have to say, in response to what I have to say, and in response to what's going on. And boy, do we have a lot going on for a Friday in early January. The news never stops. So that's why we're here. 877-NEWSMAX, 877-639-7629. If you want to participate, that is the number. I don't know how many of you got to watch yesterday's town hall at George Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia, where President Obama sat down on CNN and took questions from, I got to tell you, Anderson Cooper was the host. And Anderson Cooper was more than fair. Anderson Cooper put Obama to the test. Barack Obama is so out of his element if he's not in control, if he doesn't have a teleprompter. And by the way, I only use a teleprompter to give you phone numbers, to give you names. I don't have questions written. I don't have answers written, not on this show and not on the Steve Malzberg show every night at 7 p.m. Eastern here on Newsmax. But Barack Obama without a teleprompter, that's my Brooklyn coming out, is worthless. And he knows nothing, and it shows. And it showed last night. There was a woman who stood up, a woman by the name of Kimberly Weeks Corbin. She tells the president she had been raped, viciously raped. I don't know that there's any other kind. Viciously raped. And now she has 2 young children. She said, "Why are you making it more difficult for me to have a gun in my house? I need a gun to protect myself and protect my kids." And here is the president's response.
Nothing that we're proposing that prevents you or makes it harder for you to purchase a firearm if you need one. There are always questions as to whether or not having a firearm in the home protects you from that kind of violence. And I'm not sure we can resolve that. People argue it both sides. What is also true is there's always the possibility that that firearm in a home leads to a tragic accident. You know, we can debate that round or flat.
We could debate that round or flat. I guess, is the earth round or is the earth flat? He has the nerve, and that's the best he can do, okay, to tell this woman who stood up. You know what courage it took for her to stand there and face the President of the United States under normal circumstances, under circumstances when she would say, "Oh, Mr. Obama, I love you." But she had to disagree with him. She had to tell the story of how she was raped. She told the story of how she needs a gun. And he says, "Well, you know, having a gun may not protect you. You know, your kids could find the gun and they could hurt themselves." What kind of crappy answer is that? And I had to contain myself there. That's the caliber of the commander-in-chief who claims he doesn't want to take our guns away. And by the way, if you like your doctor, you could keep your doctor. And if you like your health insurance, you could keep your health insurance. And by the way, he drew that red line in the sand to President Assad of Syria. And after he crossed it, he said, "I didn't draw a red line in the sand." But it was really, really bad. Really bad. Don't tell me that having a gun in the house. And by the way, I'd like to compare the number of kids that climb into unprotected swimming pools that the family has, or in a neighbor's house or whatever, and dies, compared to little kids who find guns and kill themselves or shoot somebody by mistake. I'd like to compare that. Should we ban swimming pools? I mean, this is just insane. He was bad. He was bad yesterday. He was revealed for who he is. He was revealed for what he wants to do. And he just has no talent to carry on a conversation or to make a case. This guy's a constitutional professor who thinks the Constitution is flawed. I understand that. He's bad. He's not that bright on his feet at all. All right, let's get to the first phone call at 877-NEWSMAX, 877-639-7629, and welcome in Patricia from California. Hello, Patricia.
Hey, Steve, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. You know, I love your show so much.
Thank you.
I watch you. I mean, I've given up Fox totally.
Thank you. I appreciate
totally
that.
in love with you.
What part of
Thank
California?
you.
What part of California?
Lodi, it's like about 60 miles south of Sacramento.
Okay, great. All right, what can I do for you?
We're near where you found the terrorists. Remember this last night or whatever? They found a terrorist there last night or something.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that. 2 Iraqi refugees, one in California, one in Texas, were arrested and they were found to be terrorists, and they had nefarious intent. And it just begs the question again: what the heck are we doing with these refugee programs when we can't vet the people?
Well, then I heard about all the rapes in Germany and in Europe, and we're going to port them here, right?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It is crazy. And for those who don't know what you're talking about, on New Year's Eve, there were hundreds of Arabic men, as described by the Defense Ministry in Germany, or the Interior Ministry of Germany, who were harassing women. I heard one eyewitness account from a woman who was terrified that either her or one of her friends would be dragged away by these men. They were being groped, they were being attacked. And the mayor of the city where it happened in Germany said, well, women shouldn't go up to men. Women have to be careful. Women shouldn't hug every man they see, as if it was their fault. They're covering it up because, again, it's a certain population that we're not supposed to talk or speak ill of. Patricia, I thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling. Let's go to Brett from Louisiana. Hello, Brett. You're on with Steve Malzberg on America Talks Live.
Malzberg. I'd just like to comment. I just heard you say the president around a flat statement, and I think it all has to go back to parenting in the home. If you have a gun in the home, it is the parent's responsibility to teach the children about the firearm.
Well, also keep it away from a young child. Absolutely, Brett. Of course, everything goes back to parental responsibility. And are mistakes made? Do kids find things they shouldn't? Absolutely. But you don't ban guns and infringe on the Second Amendment because accidents happen. Accidents happen in swimming pools. They happen in cars. If the president brought those things up as well yesterday. Thank you, Brett. We're coming back, folks, on America Talks Live. Don't go away.